Taking a look at a developing story for tonight, civil society organizations are calling on the government not to delay the Audit Act, which was a key pre-election promise of the current government. Meanwhile, the Joint Trade Unions Collective of the Auditor General's Department alleges that efforts are being made through the draft of the Audit Bill to curtail the powers of the Auditor General.
During the run-up to the presidential election, the incumbent government made a promise to establish an audit commission and said that the audit bill will be presented to Parliament soon. The Audit Act, which was one of the main promises of the 100-day government, was said to be presented on the 19th of February 2015. In the recent past, civil society activists and certain politicians criticized the delays in presenting the Audit Act to Parliament. Meanwhile, in a letter addressed to the President, the Campaign for Free and Fair Elections, or CAFE, requests that the National Audit Bill, which was approved by the Attorney General in September 2016, be gazetted and taken up for debate in Parliament. The Ceylon Today newspaper reported today that the Audit Bill, which was initially intended to be a very strong bill, had been diluted with the removal of key clauses from the original draft. According to the report, the surcharge powers of the Auditor General, under which the damage on public property and money could be recovered from secretaries to the ministries, have been removed from the AG. The report reads further that the draft bill also includes provisions to fine audit officers for exposing audit information to external parties. The newspaper also quoted a senior official of the Auditor General's department who said, "The Auditor General's department was answerable only to Parliament under the 1978 Constitution. But the new audit bill includes clauses under which the Minister of Finance may work in tandem with the Auditor General, thus breaching the independence of the post." Ceylon Today also interviewed the Auditor General Gamini Vijayasinghe regarding the issue. The government is delaying passing the audit bill. What happened to it?
It has been directed to the Attorney General. He has sent me a copy of the final draft. Now it is in the office of the Prime Minister and I don't know what happened to it.
Are you satisfied about that final draft?
Not at all. The draft bill has been diluted. This is not the audit bill we expected, but we cannot proceed without even this.
Can you outline the changes made in the draft bill?
I cannot outline all of them now, but I can mention a few facts. The Minister of Finance has been connected to this bill, but the Auditor General must not answer to a minister. A minister must not be connected to this. This must be an independent act.
You give only an opinion in audit reports. Can't you do more than that?
See how strong the opinions are. I have shown errors of the parties, but I have no powers to do more than that. Auditor General is toothless. It is not about a single individual. It does not matter if it's person A, person B or person C. The Auditor General is the individual appointed by Parliament to enforce the powers conferred by Article 154 of the Constitution. I spoke with His Excellency the President personally on several occasions. He told me personally that the Audit Act will be passed and that he will intervene to have the Audit Act passed. The Audit Bill is currently with the office of the Prime Minister. As such, the Prime Minister must take full responsibility for the continued delay in presenting the Audit Bill. That is our stance. There are two parties who are opposed to passing the Audit Act. One group comprises of state officials, the others are politicians. Both are opposed to it. This shows that they wish to misappropriate state funds, and submissions have been made to the Prime Minister and President on this. It is a prime responsibility of the government to ensure that state funds are not used or misappropriated on the prerogative of the Finance Minister. We call on the authorities to pass the Audit Act and not to dilute it. The discussion around the Audit Bill has been brought up intermittently, and at present preparations have been made to present the amended Audit Bill, which will severely curtail the powers of the Auditor General of the country. The Finance Minister, who is the subject of serious accusations of theft, fraud and corruption, is also preparing to steal the powers of the Auditor General. We wish to ask the people of this country and all members of Parliament to stand against this effort to curtail the Auditor General's powers. As far as I remember, the Audit Act was to be passed on the 28th of March 2015 according to the 100-day program. It was said that it would be brought to Parliament. The Audit Bill was drafted and referred to the Legal Draftsman's Department. The department said it was suitable and that it was brought to Cabinet, where a special subcommittee was appointed. Minor amendments were made there and it was referred to Cabinet again. It has been put to a subcommittee with Paskaralingam and Charita Ratwata, and now efforts are being made to curtail the powers of the Auditor General. What is happening here? The Commission has been appointed without the Audit Act being in force, and 2 million rupees is being wasted each month on the rent for the building alone. When you consider the wages of the officials, a sum of about 3 to 4 million rupees is being wasted.